Welcome to Bowls 360. So let's have a look at the review for round 5 in the First Division Bowls around Perth. Some very interesting results, some huge ladder swings, and a bit of carnage with the side series in the Australian Championships being held at the moment over in Tasmania. Let's go and have a look. The first that we'll turn our attention to the Premier League. Of course, the Osborne Park Manning game was played a week ago on a Friday night. Osborne Park winning that one 7-1. A very handy 28 shot win there. On Saturday just gone, Mount Lawley 92 beat Coburn 55. Pretty comfortable 7-1 winners there. Bassendean at home, too good for Doubleview by 21 shots, 7-1. And to top it all off, another 7-1 for the round, Sorrento by 10 shots over Cambridge. The game to be played, South Perth versus Leeming, will be played next Sunday at South Perth. Let's hope it is a 7-1 win to someone. The way the results have gone, it'll be a 7-1 win to South Perth, the way it's going. Let's have a look at the ladder. So it's a bit uneven with the South Perth and Leeming not having played their 5th games yet, but let's just play on regardless. Osborne Park maintain their spot at the top of the ladder there. 5 wins from 5 played. They're going awesome at the moment. They are already 4 points clear of second placed Mount Lawley on 28.5 points. They're already 4.5 clear of third placed Manning. It's a bit of a bottleneck there with Bassendean, Sorrento and South Perth all around about the same. They're all about 4 shots within each other too. South Perth have an opportunity to go back and do 3rd spot if they win next Sunday. Let's turn our attention to White. Results there, Cardinia just losing by 11 shots there to Kalamunda at home too. That's their first whole loss for the year. They had a draw now, well, washout really, but their first loss for the year. Kalamunda too at home, so that's a good win for Kalamunda to win at Cardinia. North Perth beating Joondalup 6 points to 2 by very handy 26 shots on 2 winning rinks. Mosman Park kicked the sweep of the round, 110 shots, 8-0 winners over Vic Park. And Manning, too good for Aussie Park. That was also played a week ago Friday at Osborne Park by 2 shots, 6 points to 2. The North Beach Safety Bay game will be played on January the 11th. That's about round 11 or round 10, so we're going to have to wait a while before we catch up our ladder for that game. It's interesting they've chosen that so far away, but we'll keep an eye on that result when it happens. Let's look at the ladder, and North Perth sitting on top, and who'd have thought North Perth? I didn't really pick them to be on top at any stage of the year. There are 2 games obviously that probably would have toppled them. Either of those winning teams probably would have gone above them, but don't take anything away from North Perth. They are on top of the ladder after 5 rounds, so well done to them. They're playing out of their skin, which is great to see. These clubs that haven't featured in higher First Division grades for a long time, so it's great to see him up there. Cardinia, Safety Bay, North Beach, they were the favourites to finish in the top 3. They round out the top 4. Safety Bay and North Beach dropping back a spot, of course, with that game they're missing. Down the bottom, I didn't really look at the Premier League bottom, but down the bottom in one white, Osborne Park and Vic Park yet to win a game. They are, in Suchi's words, looking down in the beef, that's for sure. In blue, Cambridge, who have been struggling all year, nearly pinched it against Sorrento as a drawn aggregate. Bad luck to them. 75 all of 2 against Sorrento. Wanneroo at home, 7-1 winners over Mount Lawley by 27 shots. That's a good win for them. Mount Lawley were on top going into this game. Ellenbrook at home weren't able to overcome the visiting Bassendean by 10 shots, 7 points to 1. Warwick at home, 6.5 to 1.5 over Morley by 3 shots. Narrow winners there to Warwick. And Yanchep, big winners over Quinns Rocks, their grudge match I suppose, by 50 shots, 8-0. That's a huge win, and that's put Yanchep to the top of the table again, a bit like North Perth. I would never have thought Yanchep would be on top at any stage in One Blue North, but they're proving us wrong. They are flying this year. And interestingly, Warwick also head up to 2nd spot with their win, but they've had more wins than anyone else, Warwick, but they're not winning their rinks. Yanchep are 14 rinks as the best rink winning team in the comp. Warwick second on the ladder, but their rinks would see them in 7th spot if we did a rink ladder. So they're winning, so that's all you can do in these games, but they wouldn't want to start losing, otherwise they're going to drop down the ladder fairly quickly. But all you can do is win, and that's what they're doing. Sorrento hold their spot in 3rd. Wanneroo push up into 4th spot. Mount Lawley with that loss dropped back to 5th, dropped 4 spots, and Quinns Rocks, even bigger, dropped back 5 spots down to 7th. But it is a tight table, isn't it? From 1st to 7th, only 5 points separating those 7 teams. So a bit of a logjam there in blue. It's going to be lots of movements up and down over the course of the season. That's going to be exciting to watch. And also a bit of the numerology in me. There are 3 sides there that have all conceded 374 shots. Bassendean, Mount Lawley and Sorrento. On 375 is Warwick. 376 is Yanchep. So understating how tight that competition is with similar shots against. No other division has that sort of shots against or shots for comparable scores. So that's really interesting there in blue. Just the number nerd in me coming out. And in Blue South, let's have a look at those results. Armidale did as expected against Willetton, 8-0 by 34 shots, 24 shots at home. Gosnells weren't able to hold off South Perth at home. South Perth winning by 2 there, 6 points to 2. Coburn at home defeating Dalkeith also by 2 shots, 7 points to 1. Cardinia travelling to Rockingham. Rockingham were on top of the ladder going into that game, so Cardinia, good job there to win away from home by 14 shots, 7 points to 1. And Safety Bay at home did probably as expected over the bottom side, Ross Moyne, by only 8 shots though. It was a tight game, 7 points to 1. The ladder sees Armidale go up to top spot where we did expect them to be for most of the season. Only just though, Cardinia holding 2nd spot there by half a point, and Rockingham with that loss have dropped back into 3rd, but they're still having a very, very good season. All 3 of those sides on 4 wins and 1 loss. South Perth rounding out the 4 with Safety Bay not far behind, only 1 shot behind South Perth there in 4th. So that's the review show for round 5 Division 1. Not a lot of games playing in the top 2 sides next week. Premier League only have 2 games played on the Saturday and 1 catch-up game on the Sunday, and White have only 3 games on the Saturday. So not much First Division action next week. Blue North and Blue South have the full complement of 5 games. I'm not sure why Armidale aren't delaying their game. They of course have the state skipper Kevin Mackay at their club, but looks like their game is scheduled to be played as normal on Saturday, so he won't be. He'll be absent, of course. He'll be over in Tasmania. So interesting they didn't choose to delay that game and get their full squad together. But anyway, that's it for the show. Thanks again, everyone, for being here and watching. I've had a lot of positive comments during the week about the show, so thank you very much for that. Please like and subscribe if you like the channel, and we'll see you again on Friday for our preview. Thank you very much. Bye for now.